Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's well and okay. The weather today, it's not too bad. Well, it doesn't look too bad. It might rain, but we shall see. Well, welcome to General Morning Chit Chat. And today, what I'm going to be talking about is wedding dresses. Now, as you can see, nearly 7 years ago, that was the dress I got married to who you know is Richard. So that was my wedding dress. And this was on the day itself. I looked even quite pretty there. And Richard was very, very handsome. So, wedding dresses. They're absolutely beautiful. I was really, really pleased with my wedding dress. When I first tried on my wedding dress, well, words couldn't describe it. When you're a child and you dream about your perfect wedding day, you've got it all planned in your head. You're going to have this, you're going to have that, how many bridesmaids you're going to have, and it never ends. It never ends, and you're comparing with your best friends at school what your dream day is going to be. That Mr. Postman? Yeah, that was Mr. Postman, but the post can wait. Hopefully it's not another bill. But you do. And you'll hear children constantly talking about it. Now, I've had loads of discussions about wedding days with my family, even now, and mine's over. I'm constantly talking about wedding days. I believe at the time I got married, the average wedding was £15,000. So that's everything from the church or the venue to the dresses, the suits, the food, the sit-down dinner meal, the buffet afterwards, the party afterwards, the cars, the flowers. It just never ends. So today, I believe the average cost of a wedding is, it's gone up since 15, by the way, significantly. The average cost of a wedding, I believe, can be £20,000 to £25,000. Now, if you don't have that kind of money and you want your dream day, you just kind of miss the bits that aren't important. I know you get programs like Don't Tell the Bride. Now, is that program still going? Where it's the groom who sorts everything out. He sorts everything out and they pay for the day for you. If you're lucky. If you're lucky to get in there. I don't know whether it does still go on that, Don't Tell the Bride, does it? Because there was a Don't Tell the Bride here in the UK. There was one in Australia, I don't know whether it still happens. So, you just miss bits out. Shall I tell you about my wedding day, what we did? Now, Richard and I, we'd been together 10 months, and then we got our own place. Then, well, he popped the question when we were 6 months in. He couldn't wait. So we got engaged, and then we moved into our own little flat. So that started things to do with a wedding. And I was working then. I was working, so I was able to sort of afford, you know, some nice things for this wedding I had planned in my head. Now, you get your list, and it's how many people to attend. Now, I got about 80 people. I had 80 people, that was friends and family. So that was family on my side, and that was family on Richard's side, and then there was the friends. So then that was out of the way. The hardest thing I actually, and you're gonna laugh, but in my opinion, the hardest thing I had to do was who was going to be my bridesmaids. Now, bridesmaids, I had so many friends, but I also had girls in the family. So I had 3 nieces. Out of the question, the 3 nieces were going to be bridesmaids. And they were only very, very young then. The youngest one was 2, only 2 years old. And I'm thinking, oh, won't it be cute when she's walking down the aisle? So she was the youngest bridesmaid. And then, so who do I choose for my big ones? I've got a sister. That was easy. And I wanted another one. So my sister was going to be the chief bridesmaid. And then I had another bridesmaid to pick. So I chose Richard's cousin's wife as one more bridesmaid. So that was my bridesmaids picked. So I had 5 bridesmaids. So my mum paid for my dresses, including my beautiful wedding dress. What's on that door there? Now, the cost of my wedding dress, how much would you say that wedding dress was? I'll show you again, but close up. Look at all that detail. She did a marvellous job, the dressmaker. The detail and the material, I chose ivory. Because I thought ivory was traditional. And it was great. I also had a veil. and I also had a tiara, as you can see on that photograph. So the cost of my wedding dress altogether, I'd say was about, including the veil, was I'd say about £475. And I'm sure she won't mind me saying her name. Her name was Hanya Ashton, my dressmaker. She did my dress and she made my two big bridesmaid dresses. So the little ones we got somewhere else. No disrespect to Hanya. It was just because some of the bridesmaids lived far away. It was, you know, they would have had, it would have been backwards and forwards a tiny bit. So my little bridesmaids, it was just a tiny little bit different colour. My theme was Cadbury's purple. In fact, I've got another photo to show you. Those were my big bridesmaids. Oh, I had 3 bridesmaids. 3 big bridesmaids, sorry. Those were my 3 big bridesmaids. And then there were two of my little ones. The colour was a tiny bit different, you know, at the top. But it all went well. So then we had to sort food out, sort the car out. We only had 1 car. Luckily, the garage where my mum lived and where the church was, it was only a few minutes to get to. So we could do 2 journeys by 1 car, so that saved money. As for food, someone recommended this place that did a buffet, and it was wonderful what we picked. Everybody absolutely said, where did you get your food from, because it was that good. And it was a private company, and it was just a man and wife who did it from home. And I think and the rate of that was very reasonable. I think it was about £400 for 80 people. I think it might have been a bit cheaper than that even. So I chose, they were all like a set thing, and I chose the one with the big salmon. Big fresh salmon, which everybody enjoyed. Some even had seconds of that salmon. And I was suggested I only have half of cakes, because not everybody would want a cake. So that was fine. So that cost lower again. Now, the time I got married was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I did this so that we didn't have to do the sit-down dinner thing, which would have saved an awful lot of money. So I just had a party at night, a buffet, and that was it. The flowers, I've still got my flowers. I should have brought my posy down. But, in fact, give me a sec. Yeah, yeah. This and this. So this was my posy. And this was Richard's. Groom flowers. Now they are both artificial. And they're still in good nick even now. When I say good nick, I mean good condition. And they're all artificial. And it wasn't very expensive. It cost about £200. And there was even less than that. Because I decided not everybody was going to wear a flower. The only people I got to wear flowers was family, groomsmen, and that's it. So not everybody had a flower, but it worked. Everyone was all right with that. So that was cutting costs again. On average, I'd say for everything included in my wedding, if you want to build a price range, my wedding, I'd say, cost about £7,000. So, and it really helped the fact that we only needed the one car, the one wedding car. So it's something to think about. If you didn't have much money, like we weren't wealthy at all. If you've got people who can help you with your wedding, that's great. Oh, we also had a wedding cake as well. We also had a wedding cake, and that was lovely. I went to someone who did that cake because I was recommended it. The cake itself cost, I had a 3-tier cake. So it was fruit. For one tier, it was fruit. Another, that was the bottom tier. The centre tier was a Victoria sponge, and the first tier was a carrot cake, because that's my husband's favourite, carrot cake. So I thought I thought do that, don't I? So, and it was a lovely cake. That cost about because it was a fruit cake, and loads of spirits goes in that and everything. So the wedding cake cost about £400. So yeah, I'd say about £7,000 for my wedding. That was because I missed loads of things out, such as the sit down dinner thing. We didn't want that, so. And I had a DJ. My sister paid for the DJ. And Richard's mum and dad paid for the church. So it weren't that bad. I just wish you could have come, Sammy. You could have been a bird maid, couldn't you? You could have been a bird maid. So there you go. If you've got help with your perfect wedding, great. If you want a low cost wedding, missing things out isn't the end of the world. It depends what you want. Weddings can be really, really small. You can just go to a registry office, have 2 witnesses, and that's cheaper again. No one around. There's that way, or you can go really, really dazzling, amazing wedding. You can do it that way too, as long as the budget's right. Okay. And no one should say anything. about your wedding. Who you want at your wedding, it's up to you. Nobody else. Yeah, you kissing mummy on there. She's right in front of the phone there. Right, okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this chit chat, general chit chat. Please, if you did enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up and a subscription. As always, it would mean so much. Thank you to my current subscribers and hopefully future subscribers, as you will all be amazing. Thank you very much for your lovely comments. I'm loving reading them, everything you put in. I'm responding the best I know how to respond. But please keep them coming. Please check out all my other videos and content, as you may enjoy them. Please keep your requests coming for this Christmas song I'm going to do at Christmas for you. It's all for you. Okay, at the moment I've got All I Want for Christmas Is You, Silent Night, White Christmas and Jingle Bells. So I've got 4 songs in the running. Please request any more songs you can think of and I'll do my best. I'm going to start rehearsing myself from December the 10th. That's this Sunday. So please do this for me, if you will. Hopefully I'll be back with lunchtime with me if I can cook up something good. This afternoon, Richard and I will be going to the singing group. But if I can do any more videos today, I will do them. You know me, I'm quite active with you and doing what I can. I'm always trying to do fresh content, something different every time. So please stay tuned, okay? And I'll see you again soon. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, bye.